spotted trees above her. Hopefully tonight, or I'll be wearing my airport-acquired rain gear to my meeting. Devika laughed. What's on the books for today? The answer to their running joke was, of course, always work. 6 months ago, her mentor, Mark, started a new agency, Dossie Travel Consulting, and took Devika and Addie with him. It could hardly be called poaching when she would follow them to the ends of the earth. Addie wanted to be them when she grew up. Devika was a powerhouse karaoke song. She brought people to their feet with her magnetic presence and got shit done like a boss. Mark was quieter, more serious, but in an industry full of power-hungry men, he always listened, remembered vegetarian and gluten-free options, and cut off interrupters with a stern, Addie wasn't done talking. He was the one person who'd taken a chance on her when she'd been at her lowest, who taught her how to keep moving when she wanted to give up. They were in a million different time zones right now, hustling to build a name for themselves in the competitive world of travel consulting. With ironclad non-competes from their old firm, their client roster currently consisted of Mark's friends and whatever referrals their favorite clients could muster. Every project had to go perfectly to make their new business turn a profit. The future of their venture depended on it. And as the junior partner, the first one to be cut if things went sideways, Addie's job did too. She scanned the spiderweb of paths at the top of the hill. A random cannon set in the median. This had to be the right spot. Research, Addie said. I'm already docking them 3 points for starting the tour in an obscure location. There, a group of 10 or so people carrying colorful umbrellas huddled around a man in a kilt. Bingo. Are you spying? Her stomach clenched at the censure in Devika's voice. I've got this. Maybe it was the jet lag making her a bit desperate, or the fear of what would happen if she failed, but she'd take whatever edge she could get. Besides, gathering intel isn't illegal, Addie defended, even though Devika was right to worry. Rebuilding trust with the client took time she didn't have, but this was a calculated risk. As a rule, executives didn't take kindly to corporate espionage in any form. However, executives were also rarely objective about their own tours. They chalked lagging sales up to uninspired marketing or internet algorithms, never to generic itineraries, upcharging for headphones on an audio tour, or rambling guides. Metrics on destination costs and ticket prices were important, but the way people responded to their guides told an indisputable story. One day trip could show her more about a company's weak spots than 5 board meetings combined. You better hope you blend in. Addie bit her lip as she looked down at her attire. Between the yellow raincoat and poppy-splashed wellies, she looked about as unobtrusive as a knockoff Paddington bear waving a sign that read, I'm crashing your tour. But it was fine. She could totally pass as a tourist. You're not helping at all. I have to go be sneaky. Devika laughed and made the word bye last for 3 syllables. Addie moved to the back of the group where 2 people speaking Japanese, having clearly forgotten their raincoats, wore see-through Heart of the Highlands branded ponchos. Practical and effective swag. 1 point. Gigi shouted, Keep right at the fork! All eyes swung to Addie, and heat flooded her cheeks as she struggled to turn off the speaker. Is this the Hidden Gems tour? She asked the approaching guide. I got lost. Addie looked up into crinkling gray eyes. Whoa. Curls fell over his forehead, a wavy sea of honey and bronze. On anyone else, she'd have said he was in dire need of a haircut. But it worked for him. Matched the close-trimmed beard and the power of his shoulders. He would be intimidatingly rugged if he wasn't draped in clear plastic. Aye, welcome. Are you Heather Monroe? Her gaze slipped down to his navy blue and forest green kilt. Damn. She'd never considered herself one to swoon over a kilt, but his work boots and rounded calves were doing something to her stomach she couldn't feasibly attribute to her bumpy flight. The navy cable-knit sweater, too, much better than the frilly pirate shirt that usually accompanied this getup, although it did little to set their guides apart. Gimmicky uniform, -2 points. On anyone else. The last words he said filtered back to her, and heat crept up her neck. Shit. Oh, yes, hi. That's me. Addie was more accustomed to sleep.